focusing on Betty Friedan and her accomplishments in the second wave feminist movement. Who is Betty Friedan? Betty Friedan was an American feminist writer and activist. She was also the leading figure in the second wave feminist movement and is well known for her book, The Feminine Mystique. What has she also accomplished? Not only has she written one of the best feminist pieces of writing in the 20th century, she was also the co-founder and president of the National Organization for Women. In 1970, she, along with many others, organized the National Women's March for Equality on the 50th anniversary of the 19th Amendment being ratified, which allowed women to vote. In 1971, Friedan, along with those who organized the Women's March, founded the National Women's Political Caucus in an attempt to get some of their policies through Congress. In 1972, she ran as a delegate in the 1972 Democratic Convention in support of Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm. Why is she important? She is often credited for starting the second wave feminist movement, and her activist work in the book that she published, titled The Feminine Mystique, has been a critical influence for many authors, educators, writers, anthropologists, journalists, activists, organizations, unions, and everyday women who fight for their rights to be recognized. Not only did she focus on policy, but she also supported the opinion that abortion should be a woman's choice and should not be a crime. Why did I choose to focus on her? I chose her because when I think of influential women in the feminist movement, she is the first person that comes to mind. For me, that's a good thing, because she wasn't the first person to advocate for women's rights, but without her perspective on feminism, there wouldn't have been a lot of notoriety around that time. Her opinion would have been lost in the void of male-dominated history, that is the 60s, and likely the second wave of feminism wouldn't have been as prominent. I do wish, however, that she was more inclusive with policies focusing the Black community and the LGBTQ plus community. However, because it was the 60s and 70s, I respect her rights to have her own opinions about people's lifestyles. Here is the last slide that has all the references to some of the things that I mentioned in the presentation, and thank you for watching.